Assalamu alaikum and good evening. You are watching HumSub.TV and I am Munib Hamid with the news.
Prime Minister tasked to forge consensus on FATA reforms bill. Sources in the PMLN said that the main item on the agenda for the informal meeting was the issue of the merger of the federally administered areas with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. They discussed reservations of JUIF Chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman, PKMAP President Mahmood Khan Achakzai and others who are opposing the merger of FATA with KP and decided to remove them before enacting the FATA reforms bill. A draft law in this regard has been pending with the National Assembly for months as the government failed to win over Maulana Fazlur Rahman on the proposed reforms for the tribal areas bordering Afghanistan. The sources said PM Abbasi's and Army Chief Qamar Javed Bajwa held a meeting with the JUIF chief a day ago, but were unable to persuade the JUIF chief to even budge an inch from his stance. The former Prime Minister asked Mr. Abbasi to take all parliamentary parties on board and forge a consensus on the FATA bill. The participants of the meeting then discussed the PMLN's preparations for the 2018 general elections. PMLN's Rana Afzal approved as new State Minister for Finance by PM Abbasi. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi has approved the appointment of PMLN lawmaker Rana Afzal as State Minister for Finance. The MNA from Faisalabad is currently the Parliamentary Secretary for Finance. His appointment comes a month after former Finance Minister Ishaq Dar requested the PM for leave, after which the top job in the Ministry of Finance was left vacant. Dar, who is facing a corruption trial, has been in London allegedly receiving medical treatment for heart problems. The Prime Minister had approved his appointment as State Minister for Finance. He said the Cabinet Division would issue a notification to this effect soon, after which he would take oath. In surprise visit to Kabul, Pence warns Pakistan against offering safe havens to terrorists. United States Vice President Mike Pence on Thursday arrived in Afghanistan on a surprise visit, during which he met with Afghan leaders in Kabul and arrested U.S. troops at the Bagram airfield, becoming the most senior Trump administration official to visit the men and women fighting America's longest ever war. Addressing 15,000 U.S. personnel at Bagram airfield, Pence warned Pakistan against offering safe havens to terrorists. He reiterated word for word President Donald Trump's warning that Pakistan must stop offering cross-border safe havens to Taliban factions and armed militant groups fighting U.S. troops and their Afghan allies. Regional President North Amir Kiani and Chairman Interfaith League Sajid Ishaq said at an early Christmas cake-cutting ceremony today that Chairman Imran Khan has always spoke about equality and unity of Pakistan. To promote religious harmony in the country is the motto of Imran Khan's vision for Naya Pakistan. Terrorist incidents like Quetta cannot weaken Pakistan. Dr. Shera's services for religious minorities in Pakistan earn recognition by British Parliament's APPG for religious minorities. The UK Parliament's all-party parliamentary group APPG on religious minorities in Pakistan has presented an award of appreciation to Councillor Dr. James Shera, former Mayor of Rugby. The certificate has been awarded in appreciation and recognition of his outstanding dedication and commitment over the years to uplift the religious minorities in Pakistan. The certificate was received on behalf of Dr. Shera by Mr. John Bosco from Lord Ahmed, Minister for State for Commonwealth and United Nations, during the Christmas party organized by Member Parliament Jim Shainan, Chairman APPG on religious minorities in Pakistan, held in the Parliament House, London on 19th December. Dr. Shera is a British Pakistani educationist and former Mayor of Rugby and a recipient of Sitara-e-Pakistan, MBE and Distinguished Former Knight Award. He was also conferred with honor of Freeman of Borough of Rugby in April 2017. Now, he has earned another feather in his cap. Human rights activist and advisor on human rights to former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, Kamran Haider Rizvi, has paid rich tributes to Dr. James Shera. Rizvi, who is founder of Human Rights Ministry in Pakistan and NGO Pakistan Association, for Peaceful and Tolerant Culture, said that he always looked upon Dr. Shearer as a role model. Rizvi said that Dr. Shearer has been rendering services to community irrespective of race and religion. In today's world, where there was a greater need for fostering understanding between people of different faiths and tolerance was required more than ever, Dr. Shearer had been serving as a bridge. Dr. Shearer's belief in respect for humanity and his motive to serve everyone without discrimination were the qualities that we need to instill among our children, Rizvi added. Renowned scholar and former ambassador to UK and Ireland, Dr. Akbar S. Ahmed, who is currently on Ibn Khaldun Chair of Islamic Studies at the American University, Washington, D.C., has congratulated Dr. Shearer for recognition of his services for the religious minorities in Pakistan. In recognition of his services, particularly his campaigns as chair of Fellows of Warwickshire College, a road has been named in Rugby as James Shearer Way, making him the only living person and first Pakistani to enjoy this honor. He was conferred with an honorary doctorate of Business and Administration by the University of Bedfordshire in 2010. Dr. Shearer served as leader of Labour Group since 2005 to 2014. In 2007, Dr. Shearer was honored with an MBE by Her Majesty the Queen for services to health and education. He is also the only overseas Pakistani to have received the highest accolade in 1992 by the President at the time, Satara-e-Pakistan, the Star of Pakistan. This was awarded for his services to interfaith relations. In 2014, Councillor Shearer made a record by being elected as councillor for the 10th consecutive term from Ben Ward of Rugby, a ward from where he has been continuously contesting elections and elected since 1981. In 2015, he was bestowed with Distinguished Former Knight Award by the FC College Lahore. Dr. Shearer has a wide range of honors on his credit to make Pakistanis in Britain proud of their heritage. He said that he was proud of being a Pakistani and a British and cherishes serving the community irrespective of ethnicity and religion. Lahore High Court orders police intelligence agencies to recover missing activist Raza Khan. The Lahore High Court on Friday ordered police and intelligence agencies to recover missing activist Raza Khan and present him in court as soon as possible. Raza, a convener of Aghaaz-e-Dosti, a friendship initiative between the youth of India and Pakistan, was picked up from his residence in Model Colony earlier this month. The area falls under the ambit of the Nasirabad police station. Activists belonging to various rights groups along with friends and family have been agitating for the activists' release. They have condemned the enforced disappearance of activists and attempts to silence and harass those speaking up for peace and human rights. Justice Qazi Amin Ahmed, who was hearing a petition filed by Hamid Nasir Mahmood, Raza's brother, asked Senior Superintendent of Police Rizwan Gondal to provide the Lahore High Court details of all missing person cases. Catalan separatists win absolute parliamentary majority. Catalan separatists won a crucial snap poll Thursday, plunging their region into further uncertainty after a failed independence bid rattled Europe and triggered Spain's worst political crisis in decades. With the turnout at a record high and 99.9% of the ballot counted, the election handed a mandate back to the region's ousted separatist leader even after they campaigned from exile and behind bars. In a clear indicator of the huge gulf of independence afflicting Catalan society, anti-cessationist centrist party Ciudadanos had the biggest individual result with 37 of the 135 seats in the regional parliament. Britain Foreign Minister to visit Moscow first time in 5 years amid cold relations. British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson on Friday will hold talks in Moscow with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov on the first official visit by a minister from London in 5 years. The visit could signal an improvement in relations after years of antagonism. It comes after Johnson in April cancelled a planned trip at the last minute of Russia's support for the Syrian regime of President Bashar al-Assad. Britain's outspoken foreign secretary himself said he holds out little hope that ties with Moscow could undergo a full-blown transformation. In an interview with Polish news agency PAP ahead of his Russia visit, Johnson said he was no Cold Warrior, but he did not believe for a second that relations with Russia can be reset. The Russian Foreign Ministry spokesman Maria Zakharova said on Thursday the diplomatic chiefs plan to look for ways to normalize and activate the bilateral relationship. Weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country. However, light rain is expected at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan.
That's all for now. For more news and updates, keep watching HumSub TV. Take care.